Hi guys, Rik Marston, SynthgodXXX. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Synth Talk Thursdays with your host Rik Marston. Hello, how are you today? I had a couple changes. I'm not going to say anything about nothing, but I do have a large collection of Roland stuff at the moment. This is the new baby that just showed up, which is the Roland RS09 string and organ synth, or organ string synth, used by The Cure, UB40, and a few other bands. The Sound is another one that this was used on. If you're a fan of string synthesizers like I am, I'm excited for the Behringer the VC340, their strings vocoder, the Roland VP330 Plus version. I'm excited for that. I'd like to see it. I'd like to hear it. I haven't had my hands on it yet, but I'm very excited. So getting the RS09 was one of my big dreams, because every time, again, another one of those synths that kept getting away. You kept trying to buy it, kept getting away. Somebody else got it the day before you had the money for it. You're like, oh, you bastard. Anyways, also the Alpha Juno. I got that back in. This is the one, not the two. Has some key repairs to be done, but this was used in my track Unity on my album called 33, which is coming out. I'm still trying to have it come out on March 3rd of this year, but I'm not sure we're actually going to get on that date. I might push it to the same month, but later, the 30th, which is, you know, still 33. So I might push it back just because I want to add more stuff and get the album phenomenal. Because so far, the production of my third album is really good. I've got about 75% of it done. I have to add some things, you know, and finalize stuff, and then mix it, and then get on there. So anyways, so yeah, also I got a Korg R3 in the back here, MC505 Groove Box. I'm just, you know, diversifying. And why, Rick? Well, let's get into a discussion. It's very important. There's some new things that came out of NAMM, which is kind of showing people, showing a direction of where I think synthesis is going. And this to me is hilarious. Oh, sorry about that, YPT. What's really hilarious is we have our analog revolution. We have wonderful polysynths finally starting to come out. We have a humongous collection of monosynths that are analog out right now. So I know the direction is going to be flipping back towards this digital renaissance. It's a new digital renaissance. All these young people who are, you know, got interested in right when the analog thing was going off, they're starting to want to explore the digital side of things. And that's kind of funny, because I don't want to tell you how long ago there was a revolution in 1985. There it is. That's when it happened. Well, 84, 85. Analog was being beat out by digital, and to be honest with you, it just broke my heart. My kittens want to come in. Hey kittens, you want to come in? So the Arturia Micro Freak has come out, and it's about to hit the stores in a month. People have already gotten their you know, early drop-offs from the companies. The people who are testing it. So the Arturia Micro Freak is a new thing that is an old thing, but is a mixture of things, and it's awesome. So that's something that blew everybody's mind when the Arturia Micro Freak was revealed, with all of its capabilities and all the different type of waveforms you can tweak with, and engines and types of synthesis. It's awesome. So I'm going to have to say, yes, we're going to have hybrids, crazy hybrids. We're going to have hybrids of analog, digital, wavetable, you know, additive, granular, all these different forms of synthesis all in one. So expect mutants of the future. This is something that I really have a feeling that everybody's going to want to hybridize something. You know, start their digital to an analog to a this to that. Who knows what the path of the signals will become. But I think that Arturia Micro Freak is a wonderful first step in this alien mutant future of synthesis, because it's obvious that the digital side is coming back with a vengeance to mix it and hybridize it with analog. Of course, after that is going to be the sampling. So we're going to hybridize our samples with our digital FM with our analog, and it's just going to be super sick. Some people can argue with me and say, oh, the Korg Kronos already has the ability to do almost all of that with all of its engines and the sample capabilities. The sampler in that is the best thing about that. I'm sorry, I love the sound and the engines of the Kronos, but the reason why I had a Kronos was not for the internal patches. It was because I was able to sample what I wanted to and create humongous libraries and have them in the hard drive and do stuff. So that is the kind of idea, but they didn't have the analog engine, they had the virtual analog engines in there. So people want this monster synth to have authentic, VCO driven, you know, DCO controlled, no problem, but VCO main oscillators with the ultimate wavetable selections, which you see in the prologue and other synths nowadays. You know, they've got to import samples, then try to run those samples through real analog filters. So these are the things that we're going to see some really awesome stuff coming out. Hooking up with Paramount Synth and connecting with them is a phenomenal thing, because now I'm going to be pushing a new line of synthesizers that are coming out analog. I have a humongous feeling that they're not going to stop with just the analog thing, but that is like the gateway to get into. So I'm going to be backing Paramount Synth and covering every single step of the way for you, for me, for the history of synthesizers. I think that Paramount's got ideas like what we were just discussing, hybridizing tech. I would. I think that, you know, Dave Smith is already on that with the Prophet X and XL. You know, he's jumped back into the digital thing, knowing that, yeah, well, the Prophet 12 was a phenomenal experiment, going back into the digital controlled into an analog filter setup. So yes, this is going to be sick. I love digital synths. I don't love them as much as I love analog synths, because I love the pure sound and warmth of the analog tone. But I like the alien universe that you can create in a digital realm, because you really can create some crazy stuff. You know, a one piano ROM sample can be twisted and tweaked in a way to create timbres and things that just, you know, that's a piano sound? Yeah, that was once a piano sound, but I did this and now noise. So, it's kind of funny with my nasal being kind of having a little cold here. So, I'm very excited about the future. I think that there is going to be a lot of promise. I still am looking for that awesome analog poly. That will be my dream synth, and after I saw and connected with Paramount, I have a feeling that my future poly synth, analog poly synth, is going to be taken care of. You know, 8-voice analog poly will be very cool, and a 16th analog voice would be really cool too, but I'll be happy with an 8-voice for right now, you know, and then getting to 16. But I really am excited about how things are turning out, and Arturia was a shocker. I mean, like I said in my top 10 for NAMM, Winter NAMM 2019, that the Arturia Micro Freak almost knocked the Minilog XD out of the #1 slot because of its extreme new innovative ideas. So major thumbs up for you, Arturia. And again, I have to compliment Korg for taking that prologue and, you know, taking some of the best parts about it and mixing it down to a nice, smaller, compact 4-voice analog digital hybrid. Everybody's now going to be importing wave tables. That's the big trend. Oh, you can design your new wave table and put that in, import it into your X blah 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 blah. You know, so wave tables are going to be the next thing. You know, Waldorf. Yay! So think about it. This is a wonderful thing. I want to know what your comments are. What do you guys think about the future? You know, a lot of people saying, "Oh God, not another analog synth." By God, I was saying that years ago about digital synths. Not another digital synth. Why won't they ever bring back analog? Now that we're at the peak of this analog thing, this road, this wave, I hope it's not the pink. I just feel that it can go further into the stars, because we don't have an all analog, real live music workstation where everything is analog. That can import samples too. I'd love to mix those two together into one synth. That would just be like the dream. So whether Korg is trying to do that right now, whether Roland is holding their own and waiting for the right time to release their new thing, you know, 303, 909, 808, you know, all that kind of those days. So there's just who knows what the future is. I'm excited about this. I am going to do everything in my power to try to connect with designers and stuff like that to make sure that they hear the voices of the people. So like I said, in comments, please put them down there about what you think about the future of synthesis is, what the next steps should be, any recommendations to synth manufacturers. You know, especially like Paramount, who's starting out. They've got, you know, a wonderful, wonderful group and a wonderful, wonderful dream to make the ultimate future synth. And I'm totally down with that because I'm tired of looking at the mundane synth, the body of a synth that just looks like somebody just threw it together and put a cheap keyboard underneath it and put $3,000 on it and says, here, buy it. You know it's good for you. So I think that just the creativity of Paramount and knowing the technicians and knowing that it's going to be good. I bought the product from one of the engineers, Alan Kopic, and if you want, check out my Roland Juno 106 videos. All of them were done by Synth-Pop. So if you want to hear some of the work in action of what Alan has done and what we'll be presenting to Paramount Synths technology for these designs, this is amazing. I mean, they've got incredible engineers and technicians who are working on the hardware inside. Alan worked and designed the outside of the new Mira and has also coordinated with how it should run. Because he is a synth player like me, who's a person who just absolutely is in love with the synth, analog synths, digital synths, samplers, you name it. So I love that fact that this gentleman that I know, a person that I know, who's just about as obsessed about, probably is, yeah, the same, obsessed about synthesis, is actually taking that step to make their own keyboards. You know, if you're an engineer and you're a person who's repairing those all the time, it's like, damn, I could be doing this myself. I can be making my own line. Well, he is. They're working on that now. That is amazing. And anybody who wants to pounce on that, you know, you gotta understand that is a dream and that it's coming true, and I'm very excited for them, and I'm gonna back them, and I will cover it every step of the way because I want to have a Mira in my setup so badly, purple, backlit, LFOs that go with, the light show that goes with the LFOs, syncs with MIDI. These are things that are cool. It's an interactive, fun, unique type of synth. So, Kitty wants to come in. All right, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll have some demos of my RS-09, the Juno 1, the R3 coming soon, and my sample video will be coming out soon about my history of sampling, why sampling is like the most powerful one of. Okay, yeah, I might be biased about it. I'm a diehard analog guy, but I'm also a humongous sample guy, so I believe that sampling is one of the most powerful forms of synthesis and audio creation and empowering capabilities. So, bless you. Like, share, and subscribe. May your energies be strong and renewed, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.